call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
The Mustangs offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance. It's an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence. There he goes. He's got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Mustangs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Completes it in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Mustangs are marching down the field. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first down. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. They were on the move, but two straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. quick strike complete. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A third down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Gotta love how this defense started the football game. They forced the punt on the first drive. First play now, come out, set the tone. Great run defense, forcing a negative play and putting their defense in a good spot.
Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
The give to the left side. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Mustangs line it up with a first and goal. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, SMU! Fitted in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
The Canes build their program around playmakers like that.
They do, Reese, and speed on the outside makes everybody so much better. Finding those home run hitters, those playmakers, those are the guys when Miami's rolling, those are the guys they're finding.
And the Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Trying play action. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continue to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Canes will punt this one away. And the ball comes to rest right there.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for space. It's Hodges. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And would they dare be aggressive on 3rd down this deep in their own territory? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Touchdown Hurricane! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. So 1st down here as they go back to work. On the ground, it's Hodges. Nice move there. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you go from starting the season and saying, we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play against weaker competition early in the year, but now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Mustangs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Big fella moving. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Tried to run it in, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take...
Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now on second down. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Madden. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender there closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Carr. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Under fire. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Holds it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Takes the handoff. It's Hodges. Breaks into the open.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Denson. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Mustangs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? The Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. To the air on second down. Got his man in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in.
Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Using the quick game. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Canes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Touchdown, SMU! Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start racing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Working that left side. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Bringing the heat. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Miami! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Rushes on him. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. And the Mustangs headed quickly to the line. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Power football with the run. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it, and stopped the clock.
No gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Banks. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the... team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He'll take the deep shot. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a...
Throws toward the end zone. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The play-action fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up. The give to the tailback. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Madden. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time. And you saw all of it on that in route.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the left. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. complete. On his feet at the 40. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The quick out. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Louisiana was able to come away with a hard-fought victory in Lafayette. It wasn't one coaches will point to the rest of the way as a perfect...
Turning it on! Crosses midfield. The 30. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Play action. Fears the pressure. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Canes line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll go to the ground. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Got room at the 35. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, SMU. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Complete to start this drive. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Line getting set on 2nd down. Now the play fake. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Everywhere it's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Starts a drive trying to go up top. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown Mustangs! And the stomping has commenced. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
SMU 42, Miami 17.
Coming out with it, it's Soto. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. He'll do it himself. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, man, he goes down, and he's going to lose yardage on that one.
Now, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And the Hurricanes decide to punt it away. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got him downfield. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. The Hurricanes are flying down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down, they've got it at the 40. And the Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Nowhere for him to run again, and now 4th down is going to be a tough one. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They go to the ground. Got the first down, looking for more. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Mustangs have moved it inside the 20. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Turning on the Jets. The 30. Running inside the 20. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. From the gun. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. They'll run play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Canes will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields to punt to try to pick up some yards. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year. He comes up with a massive play right there.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Carr. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, and at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Running back searching for a hole. He works it inside the 20-yard line down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the first down, now a decision to be made. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Dead center perfect. After putting up a three-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And the Mustangs racing to the line in the hurry up.
No gain on the play. Third down.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the back. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know.
Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. That's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And they spike the ball, and the clock stops. You don't see that very often with the lead in the 4th quarter. And the Mustangs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man across the middle. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Fake spike now looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement.